War separated hundreds and thousands of families. Zhang Shuying and Zhong Chongxin is one of them. And the reality is cruel. Zhong never came back, but Zhang never gave up on finding him either, even at 90 years old. Love Story, coming next on CCTV News.
Li Changgui's mother is 93 years old. The elderly lady, Zhang Shuying, is seriously ill and has spent much of the past 6 months in hospital. Yet her main concern is not the state of her health. Instead, she keeps urging her son to locate someone, a man named Zhong Chongxin.
这是王英我走了嘛，都没有哪个晓得他的事情，他的经过噻。
But Changgui feels embarrassed. The man his mother is asking him to find is her former husband.
我母亲呢要我寻找的人呢，他又不是我的父亲，同时啊，他又是一个国民党的旧军人，心里面呢始终觉得有点别扭哈，不是很好接受那种。处到我那个位置上啊，确实比较尴尬。
Nonetheless, Changgui will soon find out just how powerful are his mother's feelings for Zhong Chongxin.
欢喜的人善良，他那个五官这些讲很端正，五官很好，很端正，人很善良，说话这些很谦和。
The elderly lady eventually tells her son a story she has kept locked in her heart for 77 years. She first met Zhong Chongxin in Fuzhou in 1935, when she was 14 and he was 30. For the young woman and the handsome army officer, it was love at first sight. They were married in Fuzhou in June of that year.
结婚当年等我家里嘛，请了很多客噻，还是普天芥菜的，那个开起来的，还有2个汽务官。 那个站了汽车边边，一边站一个，那汽车可以站了，一边站一个。那这他们很羡慕啊，跟我说那些姑娘就很羡慕，看你嫁了，他好你找个好的。
After the wedding, Zhong Chongxin brought home his elderly mother to Fuzhou from their hometown in Chongqing. He was very attentive to his young wife, entrusting her with his monthly salary to cover their household expenses and even helping her study.
他衣服很大很厚噻，我洗不动，他都没用我洗，他也怕我累得喊我洗不动。
But their happiness did not last long. The Japanese were stepping up their military presence in China, and Zhong was kept constantly on the move with his division. After the Japanese launched their all-out offensive in China in 1937, his division was ordered to defend Nanjing.
他那天回来都慢得很，昏昏沉沉的。他不过通知我回来要去打仗了，他队伍都开始走了，我一个人姐姐保住，好那么他好就走了嘛，头都没回，他都没回来了。他很爱国，他心里很忙，没有啥子儿女事情很看得很重要。
Zhang Shuying worried about her husband constantly. Her fears were heightened when Japanese bombers roared across the sky. To make matters worse, she never received any answer to her letters.
从他们从哪里去都也没写信了，都没有音信的了，一直都没有音信的了。他才到了武汉啊去问师长了，师长也他不晓得，他很多人没出来。我从那天起我才担心他。我一个整个人我都变了，天天话也不想说，一天都在挂着他。
After the fall of Nanjing, Zhang Shuying and her elderly mother-in-law fled to Chongqing. In the panic of their escape, she lost the bag containing her mementos of her husband. In Chongqing, she spent her time trying to discover what had happened to Zhong Chongxin and looking after his mother. Then, one day in 1944, she ran into a comrade of Zhong's. He told her that her husband had fallen in the battle to defend Nanjing.
我那件巴不得我死了，我不想活，真那件很不想活，没法的，死也死不到，活也活了，生不如死，万年都俱灰了噻。
Zhong Chongxin was the only son of an only son. His mother was his sole living relative. Since he and Zhang Shuying had no children, the Zhong family line ended with his death. In 1945, her elderly mother-in-law died. Shuying's parents and younger brother urged her to join them in Taiwan, but she refused. Instead, she resolved to find out what had happened to her husband and, if possible, locate his remains. But in Chongqing, she was homeless and helpless. In 1949, she married her second husband, Li Ziqing. They were together for 40 years and had 2 sons and a daughter. But often her thoughts would turn to her first husband.
他有时候啊，闲静下来的时候啊，静下来沉思的时候哈，始终感觉到啊，他精神上啊，还愉快不起来，好像还是有一些心事呀。
For 50 years, she had hidden from her children. It wasn't until 1988, 5 years after her second husband died, and when her own health was deteriorating, that she revealed to her elder son why she had so often been weeping. And so, Chang Fu began searching for Zhong Chongxin. Eventually, he found a clue in a library.
那个资料呢是当时曾经亲身经历了那个南京保卫战，讲述了的是种种经历，就是为国抗战牺牲的整个过程，那个事实。
The book that Li Changfu had found was called The Facts About the Defeat of the Songhu Resistance and the Loss of Nanjing. It was written by Chu Guanghan, a staff officer with the 87th Division. Zhang Shuying contacted the author, who confirmed her husband's death, writing, "Martyr Zhong Chongxin died heroically in battle at Yuhuatai on December the 11th, 1937. However, she still didn't know where he was buried. Without locating his remains, she couldn't pay her respects to her late husband.
究竟他在这个事故埋在哪里？究竟死的原因我都不清楚噻。几岁来死了，几岁来整完了，整完了嘛，生见人嘛，死见尸嘛，我死也没见到，也不知道他灵位在哪里，又没有人管。我就是想呢，我要对他不起，又没给他生一男半女。他在生前的时候，我又没照顾他，他那个钱都是命换来的。 我晕了、穿了、吃了，我都对他问心有愧。
Now an old man himself, her younger son Chang Gui can understand how his mother feels. For many decades, she'd hauled goods at a river wharf to support her family. Now, old and ill, she's desperate to find out what happened to her first husband. What she craves is just a photograph or a place to pay her respects. But 77 years after she last saw him, it seems an impossible task to find any trace of Zhong Chongxin. Chang Gui decides that the logical place to begin his search is Chongqing, the wartime capital.
查档案。哪个单位？我们是退了休的。
查哪个单位？
查那个以前的国民档案。
民国
档案。
哪方面的东西？
他钟崇勋原来是70义军。
离开的时候离开。
等你们那儿都没得另外他，因为他有相关的那些东西的。
对，如果有的话，因为我们那个任务卡那是一个，比如说就属于他的个人档案的一个索引。
The archive fails to yield any record of Zhong Chongxin. But the staff hold out one last hope. The electronic database is incomplete, and he may still find something in the written records. With the help of the archive's staff, Li Changgui locates an alumnus record for Zhong Chongxin from Huangpu Military Academy. It states that he came originally from Rongchang County in Chongqing and was a major in the engineering corps of the 87th Division. In February 1937, he was admitted to the staff officers class at the academy. Li Changgui decides that his investigation should next take him to Rongchang, Zhong's hometown. And with his mother being so ill, there's no time to lose.
好不容易把那个钟崇勋的档案呢查到了。
What he finds in Rongchang is an order issued in the name of the Military Commission of the Republican authorities. It states, "It is confirmed that the family of late veteran Zhong Chongxin should receive recompense."
所以说这个例一就说明他是当时的那个烈士。其二呢。
The order from the military commission is final confirmation of Zhong Chongxin's death. In 2 days of searching, Li Changgui has learned that Zhong was a Huangpu graduate who was killed in action against the Japanese. However, Changgui has still failed to find any tangible memento of his mother's first husband. He feels he needs to discover something of Zhong's, even if it's just a photograph, if he is to make the old lady happy. But where should he look now? It's September 2014, and Li Changgui sees a television news report about a volunteer group caring for war veterans in Chongqing. He loses no time in contacting one of the volunteers.
好，他说他要找钟重新，我说钟重新87，我一想87都是本校，87是本校事儿，87本校事儿，我都想了一下，87可以有可能跟他，我第一反应就是能够帮他找到照片，极有可能。
An extensive search is launched, involving volunteer groups in Hunan, Zhejiang, Suzhou, Nanjing, and other cities. Before long, a photograph of Zhong Chongxin turns up in the Jiangsu archive, and the Hunan archive finds his personnel record. To Zhang Shuying's delight, the Jiangsu archive produces a composite photograph of herself with her first husband.
我妈一看呢，她看了之后，她都把都转过身来，都背到啊，都看得很清，一句话都没说，都很激动。
哎呀，我看了我好高兴啊！我又悲伤又高兴。我说别个看的是一张相片，我说我当了他这个宝，千金万金都买不到，这张相片啊，有钱都买不到。哪里还想呢？我到那个90多岁才看得到他的相片，还看到他的真容，没想到。
After 77 years, she can see Zhong Chongxin's face again. The image in her mind that had become blurred over the years is once again clear. That night, with his photograph beside her, she enjoys an untroubled night's sleep.
我还是要选他，我喜欢他，我喜欢他善良。我除了他，我不想选哪个，我还是要选他。我在那个为他，我为他死了我都无憾。我愿得给他死过，我为了他，我到四川来，我落那么多难，受那么多苦，我没后悔。
Miraculously, following the discovery of the photograph, Zhang Shuying's health begins to improve, and soon she receives more good news. In Taiwan, volunteers have located Zhong Chongxin's memorial tablet at a Taipei martyr's shrine. She tells her children she intends to travel there to pay her respects, but this puts them in a dilemma. They're worried that the journey will prove too much for the 93-year-old. But after waiting for 77 years, Zhang Shuying is determined to take the risk, even if it means dying in the attempt.
我说去嘛，我觉得我死了也无憾，没注意我的生死，我只要看得到他的灵位，我还是很盼望的。我心里想的话，万一我在台湾死了的话，我跟我儿子说把烧了嘛，把骨灰拿回来嘛。
慢点哈，慢点。走进去，走两边。
我要睡不着，我晚上昨晚上
睡不睡那几天哈？
我昨晚上12点多钟了才睡。我天天都是睡不着哎。
It's November the 22nd, 2014, and accompanied by her younger son Chang Gui and Jiangsu volunteer group member Fang Fei, Zhang Shuying sets out for Taipei. There, for the first time in 77 years, she will be with Zhong Chongxin.
第二，22，写字儿后面22，婆婆你盖第一张，盖到名字上面，哎，好，哎，那些地方都盖一下，那些都可以，不要盖了的，我教。
有点的，还是有点的。
After a 3-hour flight, she arrives at Taipei's Taoyuan airport. Waiting for her there is her younger brother Zhang Yinpo. Recalling the day when his brother-in-law left for the front 77 years before, the 89-year-old becomes very emotional.
我姐夫啊，走进来，从外面走进来，也没有讲话。 他孤孤军军的，给我妈妈寻了一个居公里，那小花也走了。
Zhang Yinpo has always known that no one could ever replace Zhong Chongxin in his sister's heart. He also knows that despite the pain, it's been the hope of finding out what happened to him that has sustained her over the years. And now he's sharing her joy. The following morning, they visit the Martyrs' Shrine in Taipei. However, Li Changgui is worried. He wonders what effect seeing the memorial tablet will have on his mother.
好，不要急。
我晓得。
不要急。最担心是进到中烈池之后，所以说刚刚一上那个体考的上完了，我就看到他有点控制不住那种了。
那时候我也不晓得他在想啥子，反正我都觉得他都拄着拐杖，他都反正心头很感得出来，他很急促，他个脚步。
百年久疾了，往事啥子事情，像他在生的时候，我都在我脑壳过去转。
好，不要急。
我晓得。
不要急。不要急。
Day and night, for 77 years, she has longed for her first husband. Now, in front of Zhong Chongxin's memorial tablet, she has so much to say to him. But she struggles to form the words as her emotions get the better of her.
你走的时候，你母亲也就是，也是那个，上有老母，下又有9年，后头现在到了后头都没得了。今年我90多岁了，我来看你，我一生都想到你没归宿的了，当孤父野鬼。我2个人结成虚顺2年多的夫妻，实际上啊都少有在一起。我以前我年轻时候还没关照了你，没照顾了你。我想那后头以后像你生你以后嘛，我好生来照顾下子，哪晓得我们2个在长树一别，都结成姻别，应无相见了。 你从来没给我托过梦，你给我妈都托了几个梦，你不给我托梦。我也对不起你，我又没生过儿女，一男二女，所以你钟家到现在没人的了，你们钟家3代单传。现在你还好老了，中年词有个安身之处。
Zhang Shuying spends 6 days in Taiwan, and every day she visits the shrine to talk to Zhong Chongxin. On November the 28th, she comes to say goodbye. Standing before his memorial, the old lady struggles to take her leave.
看到你们这回去了，今天跟你来告别，一言两个，你也看不到。我这个就回去，我也可能都不会再来了。现在我也回去，我也换身了。你现在很好，在这边很多人陪到你，长官、一公司长、女长也陪到你了，我很欢喜了。我现在还要好一点了，现在人家愿望也达到了，我现在很高兴了，我很满足了。